Hi everyone. My final project is a lesson titled Beyond Burnout, Building a Personalized Self-Care Plan. As a special educator with more than 20 years of experience, as well as a DJ, radio personality, podcast host, and self-care advocate, I have seen firsthand how stress and burnout affect individuals both personally and professionally. This lesson is designed to help adult learners develop realistic, sustainable wellness habits that fit their unique lifestyles and needs. The design of the lesson is guided by Malcolm Knowles' six assumptions of Andragogy, which recognize the distinctive characteristics, experience, and motivations of adult learners. The first assumption is the need to know assumption. Adults need to understand why they are learning something before they commit to learning it. How did that guide my lesson? At the beginning of the lesson, I explained why self care is important and how unmanaged stress can impact physical health, mental wellness, work performance, and relationships. I also present common signs of burnout so learners immediately see the relevance of the topic to their own lives. The need to know assumption guided me to begin my lesson by explaining the consequences of burnout and the benefits of sustainable self care. Adults are more engaged when they understand how the information will improve their daily lives. The second assumption is the learner self concept, and it says that adults see themselves as independent and self directed learners. It guided my lesson because rather than prescribing one self care routine for everyone, the lesson encourages learners to evaluate their own needs and choose strategies that fit their lifestyles. Participants complete a self assessment and identify their own wellness goals. The learner's self concept assumption guided me to create opportunities for self reflection. Adult learners determine which self care practices are best for their personal needs instead of being told what they should do. Our third assumption is the role of experience. Adults bring a lifetime of experiences that influence their learning. This lesson asks learners to reflect on our own experience with stress, burnout, and wellness practices. I use this to guide my lesson to share examples from my own experiences as a special educator, a DJ, podcast host, and self care advocate to connect concepts to real world situations. The role of experience assumption guided me to connect the lesson to learners' prior experiences and to use examples from my professional background to make the content meaningful and relatable. The readiness to learn assumption says adults are ready to learn when they see a need address a real life challenge. It guided my lesson because stress management and self care are concerns that many adults face in their personal and professional lives. The lesson addresses a need that learners may be experiencing right now. The readiness to learn assumption guided me to focus on a topic that adults can immediately apply to current life responsibilities and challenges. Our fifth assumption is the orientation to learning. Adults prefer learning that is problem centered rather than content centered. Instead of just teaching theories about stress, the lesson focuses on solving the practical problem of burnout. Learners identify personal stressors and develop realistic action plans. The orientation to learning assumption guided me to design a lesson that helps learners solve a real world problem rather than simply acquire new information. Motivation is our sixth assumption. Adults are motivated primarily by internal factors. This lesson emphasizes personal benefits such as improved well being, better work life balance, reduced stress, increased energy, and improved relationships. These intrinsic rewards encourage engagement and behavior change. The motivation assumption guided me to emphasize the personal benefits of self care. Adults are often motivated by goals related to health, happiness, and personal growth rather than external rewards. So, in conclusion, my lesson on sustainable self care is guided by all six assumptions of andragogy. The lesson explains why the content is important. It encourages self directed learning. It values the learner's experiences. It addresses an immediate need, focuses on solving a real life problem, and promotes internal motivation. These principles help create a meaningful learning experience that is relevant and applicable to adult learners. Thanks for watching.